Hey, Ken Silvestri, Broadway Limited Imports. Today we have three brand new projects, three newly tooled projects that we're very excited about and I'd like to show you. And first off, we're going to start with the N-scale Baldwin Centipede. Now when you look at these centipedes, the first thing that you see are all the axles. The AA unit has 24 axles in that much space. Really remarkable. An amazing locomotive from an amazing era. The next thing I really like on the Pensies are the antennas. I think it's a great feature. And if the locomotives had antennas, radio antennas, Broadway puts them on. So Jamie's going to show you the running and the sound for these locomotives. Isn't that Baldwin Centipede an extraordinary locomotive? Now the second item I'd like to show you is the operating water tower in N-scale. Now it's so easy to set up. This sets up to 12 to 14 volts. The other side goes into the operating button and you're ready to go. Okay, now the operating water tower is a cool and attractive accessory. And part of the importance is that if you have it on your layouts and the kids and the grandkids come over, it lets them be interactive with your railroad. You can talk to them about your railroad. You can explain things about your railroad. And it helps them to be more interested, and we certainly all need that. Okay, now it's HO time. I have some pre-production P70 Pennsylvania passenger cars to show you, and they're very beautiful. First I'll show you the unpainted, and it's got the trucks on it. You can see the detail on the roof, the sides, undercarriage, seats. Very, very nice car. And this is what it looks like painted. The beautiful Tuscan color with the Pennsylvania stripes and lettering. Okay, these are in development. There's a few more changes to make, and they'll be in store shortly. And we'll let you know when that time comes.
The ability to operate smoothly at slow speed has always been a hallmark of quality in model trains. When I first started in model railroading, in order to achieve that, you had to have perfect gearing. For steam engines, you had to have perfect quartering, perfect side rods. We would skew the windings of the motor armature so that you wouldn't get a cogging effect as it went from one pole to the next. We put big flywheels on, and even with all of that, you could get it to operate very smoothly, but as soon as the load changed on the locomotive, it would stall. It would stop. You'd have to increase the power, and so most people just ran them a little bit faster. Especially if it was carrying a long train and coming up and down hills and things like that. Well, with the advent of model railroad electronics, that's all become a lot simpler. And virtually all Broadway Limited model trains have a remarkable ability to operate at very slow speed. The way we achieve that today, we still have to have nearly perfect mechanisms, good smooth gearing and perfect quartering and things like that. But we now use an electronic feedback, and what we do is it's imperceptible to the operator because it happens so quickly But what we do is we momentarily shut off the power to the motor. During the time that it's off, when a motor runs, it's spinning still. It operates like a generator. Well, we can read the voltage that it's generating, and from that we can tell how fast the motor's going. And we do that thousands of times a second, and constantly adjust the power to the motor to maintain the speed that we want. Where that becomes important is when you're trying to operate very slowly over switches, up and down hills, taking a long train through curves where there's big changes in the drag on the locomotive. You can see this model running behind me. It's running about 1 scale mile an hour, nice and smooth, dragging a load of cars through a curve. The electronic control has really made this segment of modeling just spectacular.
For more information on all of these products that we just showed you, please go to www.broadway-limited.com for specifications, pictures, and more information. Now, the Centipedes, let me tell you a quick story about the Union Pacific Centipede. Union Pacific ordered them from Baldwin but never took delivery. But they assigned numbers in a paint scheme, and that's what we made. So it didn't really exist, but it kind of existed. Handsome locomotive. Now, the Centipedes are in stores as you view this video. The water towers are probably be around this spring, so please pre-order, as well as the P70 cars. They're also available for pre-order. So thank you very much, and until next time, happy railroading.